What if I told you this torn suitcase once carried the seeds of a new dream? Meet Amina. She arrived in a strange land with nothing but hope stitched into every thread of her worn clothes. Imagine stepping off a crowded bus, the sky heavy with unfamiliar stars, language like a locked door, and every face a stranger. That was her reality. Amina's village was gone, swallowed by conflict, but her spirit wasn't. The first obstacle? The silence. No one understood her, and she couldn't understand this new world's rules. But she didn't wait for permission to belong. She mapped every street on foot, learning the rhythm of the city with each step. She turned confusion into curiosity. When jobs were scarce and trust was thin, Amina started small, offering to clean homes, then tutoring children, using scraps of English she picked up like puzzle pieces. Her strategy? Transform invisibility into presence by becoming indispensable, one act of kindness at a time. Nights were the hardest, memories crashing like waves, but she wrote letters to herself, letters filled with dreams, not despair. These weren't just words, they were contracts with her future. She visualized a bakery, a place where flour and warmth could build community. Her hands learned new skills, kneading dough like she needed hope. The path twisted with setbacks, language barriers, legal hurdles, moments when giving up whispered louder than perseverance. Yet, Amina found strength in small victories, a customer's smile, a child's laughter echoing from her kitchen. Her bakery, once a fragile dream, became a beacon in the neighborhood, a space where stories mingled with the scent of fresh bread. More than flour and yeast, she baked resilience and connection. What can we learn from Amina's journey? First, ownership of your story. Write your own narrative, even when the pages seem blank. Second, transform obstacles into stepping stones by breaking them down into daily manageable goals. Walk those unfamiliar streets, learn one new word, offer one act of kindness. Third, anchor yourself in rituals that reinforce hope. Amina's letters were her lifeline. Find your own. Finally, remember, success isn't just a destination. It's the courage to show up every day and keep building. So, next time life feels uncharted and heavy, think of Amina's worn suitcase, her steady steps into the unknown, and the bakery that rose from the ashes of loss. Your journey, like hers, can be a masterpiece of resilience, painted with every brave choice you make. But Amina's story doesn't end there. Over time, her bakery became more than just a business. It became a sanctuary. People from all walks of life came through her doors, not just for the bread, but for the warmth and acceptance that radiated from the small space. Refugees, locals, children, elders, each found a place where their stories were heard and their presence valued. Amina began hosting community gatherings where language barriers melted away in the shared experience of breaking bread. She organized cooking classes, teaching others how to knead dough and bake bread, passing on not just recipes but hope and resilience. Each loaf sold carried the invisible threads of connection she had woven through years of perseverance. Through her bakery, Amina became a symbol of integration and healing, a living testament to the power of human kindness in overcoming division. Her journey also inspired others in the community, immigrants and natives alike, to see each other not as strangers, but as neighbors with shared dreams and struggles. Amina never forgot the nights when loneliness threatened to consume her. She transformed those moments into fuel for her dreams. Her letters to herself evolved into a journal, chronicling not only her hardships but also her growth. She wrote about the languages she was learning, the friendships she was building, and the small acts of kindness she witnessed daily. These writings became a source of strength, a reminder that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can shine brightly. She shared her story with others, encouraging them to claim their own narratives and embrace the power of resilience. Her bakery's success brought new challenges, balancing business growth with community responsibilities, navigating complex legal systems, and managing the expectations of those who saw her as a beacon of hope. Yet, Amina met each challenge with the same determination that had carried her across continents. She sought help when needed, built networks of support, and remained grounded in the rituals that sustained her hope: morning reflections, letter writing, and moments of gratitude. Amina's journey teaches us that resilience is not a solitary endeavor. It is built through connections, through the willingness to reach out and accept help, and through creating spaces where others can do the same. Her bakery stands as a metaphor for this process, mixing diverse ingredients, allowing time for growth, and finally producing something nourishing and beautiful. It reminds us that our struggles, when met with courage and compassion, can become the foundation for new beginnings. Imagine now the ripple effect of Amina's courage. The children she tutored who now speak confidently, the neighbors who have learned to welcome strangers, and the community that has grown stronger through shared stories and meals. Her story encourages each of us to consider how we can transform our own challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. What small acts of kindness can we offer? What new skills can we learn? How can we write the next chapter of our lives with intention and hope? Amina's worn suitcase, once torn and heavy with uncertainty, symbolizes the journey of countless individuals who leave behind everything familiar in search of safety and a better life. It reminds us to honor their stories with empathy and to recognize the strength it takes to start anew. Her steady steps into the unknown teach us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite it. And her bakery, rising from the ashes of loss, exemplifies the transformative power of hope, resilience, and community. As you reflect on Amina's story, consider your own path. Life may feel uncharted and heavy at times, but like her, you have the capacity to build, to heal, and to inspire. Every step you take, every act of kindness you offer, and every challenge you face with determination adds color and depth to the masterpiece of your life. Let Amina's journey be a beacon, guiding you through moments of doubt and reminding you that within you lies the power to create new dreams, to build bridges, and to find belonging. Your story is waiting to be written. Take up the pen, embrace the unknown, and keep moving forward with hope in your heart.